cosmic loves. We are doing our weekly guidance. I hope you got your smoke, you got your drink. I got my Nag Champa going. I got some iced tea. Um, this weekly guidance is going to be from March 14th to March 20th. By the time that this video is done its thing, we're going to basically be in spring equinox. Wish I got planned for the equinox for the new year. Oh my gosh, like, I'm excited because spring meets summer and I'm ready to be in nature without being cold. I don't know about y'all, but your girl ready. Your girl ready. That's ready. Happy birthday to all my March folk, my March Aquariuses. Aries is coming soon. Aries season, that fire. Y'all ready for that? I hope y'all are, because it's time to get things rolling. Like, trying to tell y'all. Okay, let's get into it. I'm gonna be using my Hermetic Tarot deck and my Mystical Mondays Tarot deck, and my Spiritual Awakening Oracle at the end. I'm just trying to get into what type of energy we gonna be seeing this week, and then get a little bit of detail on that. Okay? All right. Hope that was enough time for y'all to get situated, get y'all stuff, relax, to listen, so I can give the good news, or give the news. Because, you know, even if it ain't the best thing that you want to hear, it still can be changed and turned into something good. It just depends on your perspective. And because it's a general reading, don't forget that if it doesn't apply to you, it's fine. If you feel like it resonates, great. What else did I want to say? Also, I'm going to put below my Facebook group, because I was doing giveaways and I had a spray that I used for myself that someone wanted me to offer, and I did. And I'm like, dang, I didn't even let you guys know about it. So there will be my Facebook group at the bottom so that you can get in there. All the things that I make and the stuff that I do goes on in there. So go ahead, take a look. Take a little gander. Go ahead, join. You want to. Okay. Just gotta put that out there. So let's get started. Spirit guides, ancestors. What should we be aware of this month? I mean, not month, this week of March 14th to the 20th. What are some energies we're going to see this? That was a lot. What are some energies we're going to see this week? And what details can you give us on them? We thank you for all the messages given. We thank you for allowing us to be able to be a part and understand the messages. All right, if I don't get anything popping out in the next two shuffles, I will do it a different way. Y'all stay going. So this is how many they gave out, right? I'm not trying to look at the back, but we're going to take this one from the front and shuffle one more time. Spirit, can you give us a little bit more without giving us the whole half deck to tell us what we are going to expect this week? Okay. That one flew out with the quickness. I'm with it. Let me go get it. Okay. So here we go. The first card we got was Lord of Blended Pleasure, Four of Cups. Okay, I'm trying to find something specific. This deals with Cancer and Jupiter. No, Cancer and Saturn. Four of Cups, Lord of Blended Pleasures. And we also have Ace of Swords, Lord of the Root of all power of air. Okay. I see y'all. I see y'all. So, oh crap. Okay, so y'all forgive me. This is Cancer The moon in Cancer. Sorry, I said Saturn. I meant the moon in Cancer because I was looking at, I don't know if y'all going to be able to see it, but there is a symbol right here that has Saturn, but I wasn't looking right here. Sorry about that. The moon in Cancer. So this is talking about with blended pleasures. We are experiencing disillusionment. Like money can't buy everything. Where there's a detachment. Like it's not everything we thought it was. With this Ace of Swords we are dealing with like the air element, intellect. We're dealing with sociability, not being contained, communication. So what it is saying is that our feelings are just not, trying to find the best way to say this. We've been feeling detached. We don't feel like we've been getting the pleasure and the joy that we've been thinking that we would get. And it's because we need to put movement. Air is swift. And just like words are swift and they cut through things, we have not been moving the way we're supposed to be moving on our path. So we've been feeling like the things that we've been seeing aren't what we want to be seeing. I am glad that I took out 2 tarot decks to help explain this, because I want to know what this Four of Cups is really going into. Spirit, can you give us more detail on this Four of Cups? We know it deals with yeah, this is way too many. Y'all stay going for it. Tell us what the Four of Cups means with this detachment, with this disillusionment. What is it that they mean when they say that money can't give us everything and that we still are not pleased even after attaining some things? Okay, that's one. Do we have any more? Spirit, that's a whole deck. Can't do a whole deck. Hold on. Spirit. Can you get, okay. Is there any other cards that need to come out? This is our last shuffle for this one. All right. Got 3 cards. I will show them as they came out. So our first card, we have the Princess of Swords. She's definitely about resources. We also have the High Priestess, dealing with our spirituality, dealing with our mind, and using our words wisely. We also have the Five of Wands, deals with diversity. Okay. Oh my gosh. Okay. So with the Princess of Swords, it's basically telling you that you have everything you need. You have perfect communication. You can say what it is that you need to say. Like, you have that ability. You need to put it to use. The sword in your hand is reminding you that you have very, very beautiful ways to communicate. Whether with your voice, whether in writing, whatever it is you do, you have that power. You just have to remember that you do, because you will not be able to get everything that you want without being able to communicate. When the High Priestess comes into view, it's saying that you're changing, because she's a moon goddess. Moon goddesses change. The High Priestess, dealing with the moon being in Cancer, the Priestess deals with the moon. She's saying that it's time for you to look into yourself. Pay attention to what it is that you think is going to bring you pleasure, because it might not be bringing you pleasure. She's trying to bring you some type of enlightenment to remind you that there are going to be some things that you've hidden from yourself that you need to bring to the light. And with this Five of Wands, I said it was dealing with diversity. It does. Diversity, but there are some issues with the fact that there's some childhood issues that you need to deal with. The moon also in Cancer. Cancer deals with memory, motherhood, mothering, nurturing, things of the house. So there was something that happened in your childhood where you feel like you don't have a voice, but they're telling you you do, and you're seeing this disillusionment. It's coming to fruition. It's coming out so that you can see it. But you're going to have the ability to understand with the High Priestess. You're going to have the ability to see that it wasn't a real thing. It wasn't a real war, battle, or kerfuffle. It wasn't the real thing. But all you really need to do is communicate. Because if you use your communication correctly, this won't look like a battle. This won't represent that at all. It'll just be something small that you have to get over. But you have to remember that just because it seems pleasurable does not make it pleasurable. Again, remember, money can't buy pleasure. You have to remember that it's better to be detached from some things and some people, because that way you'll be able to see the bigger picture. And it won't feel like you're not able to be pleased by what you have and what it is that you've accumulated so far. Y'all understand what I'm saying? So pay attention to how you feel. Pay attention to your communication. Remember that you can communicate, and it's not a real fight that you're trying to fight. Like, you think it's a real one, but it's not. Like, they're asking you to truly pay attention to how you feel. Put that into motion with the situation of knowing that there are going to be some downsides to getting what you want, but you want to capitalize on the good things. So the way to capitalize upon that is to pay attention to the signs that are being given to you. Things are coming in from the dark. Use your communication. You have all the resources that you need. You're sociable. You know how to write. You know how to do all that stuff. So use what works best for you to get through this situation. It's not as big as you're making it out to be. So with our next one, with the Ace of Swords, they were saying some big stuff with that. What am I looking for? Oh. They were saying some big stuff with that. So we have to keep that in mind. With this Ace of Swords, Spirit, what can you give us to help? Give us more detail into the messages. Okay, here's one. Two, if I could pick up two. And here's two. Spirit, do you have any other cards for us dealing with this? Okay, three. Got it. Okay, so for our this is for our Ace of Swords, letting us know that we're starting the new beginning, that we are using our communication, we are using our artistic side, whether it is writing, drawing, speech, music. We're finding new ways to communicate. We have the Three of Wands. We are lining things up. We are putting things into perspective. We are moving along because there is something that we have started and we are trying to settle ourselves into it. We also have the Queen of Wands upside down. Okay. Some of y'all are feeling some type of way. And we also have the Queen of Swords right side up. So, in one way, y'all are not feeling like you have the control that you want over things. But then with the Queen of Swords, you're also feeling like your words can do it. How am I trying to... And with The Three of Wands is talking about business. It's talking about growth of an enterprise that you've been doing, whether this is work or like a business that you started, or even business with dealing with someone else and how you feel about them. The Queen of Wands also deals with Aries, which we're about to go into. By the 20th, we'll be right going into Aries season. So what this is saying is that you don't need to have that. You don't need to move quickly just yet. You don't need to be, ripping and running all over people and doing the worst. You need to think before you act in these situations. You do not have to just be pushing down doors and doing all that. That is not going to get you to where you want to be at and where you need to be, which is why it's upside down. The Queen of Swords is right side up because she deals with a lot of things. She knows about sorrow and heartbreak. She knows about communicating and seeing people for who they are. You need to look and observe and look at the business that's going on. Observe who's there. Observe what you need to get done. The stuff that makes you feel sad about the business or whatever's going on, pay attention, but use that to your advantage because the Queen of Swords is able to do that. She knows very well about how to get things together, bringing things back to full circle. How can I say this? She's mastered being able to put things into perspective, to be able to communicate, or to be in an environment, a social environment, and communicate in a way that everybody understands her. She's able to adapt. She is she's adaptable. She's also showing that her energy cannot be contained. It cannot be put in a box, meaning that you cannot be put in a box. Your thoughts and your goals cannot be put in a box. People are going to see how powerful you are and how great you are and going to be because they'll see that you're able to write these grants, or you're able to do this music with ease, or you're able to say this poetry. You're able to communicate in such a way that most people aren't able to do. You have this skill, this gift. You don't need to be overly assertive. You don't need to be overly assertive. You don't need to be overly confident. You have everything you need. So pay attention. That's why the Ace of Swords came through so quick, because they wanted you to be aware that you need to put your air abilities into play. Air deals with Libra. It deals with Gemini. And it deals with Aquarius. All of those traits, meaning being a free thinker, being able to see both sides of the perspective without being biased, being able to be balanced, just, and using logic to your highest ability. So that is what the Ace of Swords wants you to do. It wants you to use more of your mental, more of your communication, instead of your aggressiveness and your assertiveness. That's not always going to work all the time. I hope you guys understood what I was trying to say, because what it seems like is that certain situations are going to come up where you feel like it was a battle. You're realizing that it's not as big as you thought it was. It's just that you really need to use your ability to communicate. And in the same token, this week for some of us, business, whether it is personal business or professional business, we don't need to be aggressive about it. We really just need to be able to communicate and know that we have the ability to, and use it to our highest good. We have not been saying what needs to be said. We have not been feeling like we are strong enough, but we are. Baby, this week we are, and it's time for you to realize it. I hope you understand what I was trying to say and I wasn't too all over the place. But last and not least, we have our Oracle Spiritual Awakening that I want to pick out something for Spirit. Well, I don't want to pick it out. Spirit's going to pick it out for me. Something that we should remember. There's one. Is there anything else? One more shuffle. Okay. There are two more things. The first one is River of Bliss. Running just beneath the drama of the surface of the river, never-ending bliss. Consider this your permission to slip to dip your toe and dive in headfirst into the sacred swirl that leads you back to share your joyous nature. This goes perfect into blended pleasures, where it's telling you that there's going to be superficial surface drama, which means that whatever is going on with the Four of Cups is not as bad as you think it is, and you can get out of this. You can minimize the damage, baby. You can minimize the damage, and that's awesome. Sacred puzzle pieces. Every experience. Oh, first of all, this is what this looks like. My bad. And this is the sacred puzzle pieces. So, sacred puzzle pieces. Every experience you've survived and thrived on is like a puzzle piece in a grand jigsaw. See yourself in the future as the time and place where all your pieces, as random as they seem, click in place, making sense and revealing the most significant mosaic. This is saying that you're not always going to understand everything and the way everything goes. But as you go along, things will start to click in your head. You'll start to understand and you'll be able to enjoy the bigger picture. But you have to trust in the experience and trust in the journey. Trust in it. Trust in yourself. Trust in the path that you've taken. Next, we have Contagious Joy. All right. Your dream life isn't about fame, fortune, and the kind of car you drive. The tellable sign that you're living your dream life is the perfume of your contagious joy. Meaning, it's not about the material. It's about how you feel. It's about what you feel on the inside, because that is joy. And contagious joy can be passed around to any and everybody. And you can get it from people that you hang out with. So it's important for the people that you have around you, in business and outside of business, to mirror joy and bliss, or be able to come back to that state even when life happens. And it's not about what you drive. It's not about how much money you got. It's way deeper than that. And as long as you remember that, you'll get all the other material things that you want. That won't be taken away. That won't be stopped from you receiving. But you have to realize where true joy comes from. Y'all understood what I was saying? I'm gonna let y'all digest this. Because I do too, because I'm just like, but I'm glad y'all was here, relaxing with me, able to receive this message. I wish y'all the best week ever. Happy birthday to all my Aquariuses. And Aries, yeah, y'all coming up next. Coming through. All right. So I will see you guys next time. Have a beautiful, beautiful morning, afternoon, evening, and night. Bye, love bugs.